next witness, testifying under the pseudonym Jane, was called to the stand. She was in a relationship with Diddy from 2021 to 2024. She said the following about the first time she met him during a girls' trip in Miami, Florida, in November 2020. He was really charming, really nice, and I was already drawn to him pretty instantly. There was a little bit of flirting going on. This was also the first time she saw him getting substances. In January 2021, Diddy and Jane, a single mother, went on their first date. It started with dinner on her hotel balcony that Diddy offered to pay for and lasted 5 days. They went on a 15-day trip to Turks and Caicos in February. During that time, they used substances. After the trip, Diddy paid her $10,000 as she had been away from her work as influencer. Diddy made it clear that he liked her, but it will be an open relationship. She accepted it, and they were in the relationship until he was arrested. They were private about their relationship. Diddy helped her to move closer to him by giving her money. Throughout their relationship, he transferred her money, just because. Jane became emotional, dabbing her eyes with a tissue, while testifying about a day in May 2021 when Diddy brought another man into their bedroom. She testified that she thought it was something they did just that one time, but then said, "I truly felt that night just opened like a Pandora's box in the relationship. It just completely set the tone for our relationship moving forward." Jane said that she told Diddy multiple times, verbally and in writing, that she didn't want to be with other men, only with him, but he didn't listen. Jane testified, "I feared losing him. I just wanted to be everything that he wanted." The other men were paid in cash, and Diddy recorded the encounters. Diddy paid the rent for her home and threatened that he would stop paying if they broke up. They agreed that she would get an allowance of $10,000 per month, which went towards her rent. He is still currently paying her rent. Her relationship with Diddy affected her ability to work and earn an income. She said, "I would say that when I was with Sean, I was really consumed by him." In 2023, Jane had another conversation with Diddy regarding the hotel nights that she confirmed was like the freak-offs. She said that she was doing things that made her feel disgusted with herself. She wrote in a message to him, "I feel it's the only reason you have me around and why you pay for the house. I don't want to feel obligated to perform these nights for you." Diddy responded, "Girl, stop." Jane testified that she felt that she had to use substances to help her to cope with the hotel nights. She said the following about a night where she didn't use substances: "I was just disgusted. I was just repulsed. I was just so mad at myself for doing that. I just deeply regretted that." She also had to fly with substances from Los Angeles to Miami, putting it in her check-in luggage. After a hotel night, Jane and Diddy would go back to his house. He would shower, and she would cook for him, give him a massage, and put on one of his favorite shows. Then she said she would finally get to cuddle with him and sleep with him. It made her happy to end her night with him. She said, "But I would really fight to block out just how sad I felt after." Jane described how Diddy gave her a bracelet and flowers on her birthday in 2023, but then invited 3 more men into the hotel room. She was very emotional during her testimony. When she said this, Diddy rubbed his face and his eyes. After her birthday, Diddy went on a vacation with a different woman. She messaged him about it saying, "I'd like to get off the hamster wheel and do something different with you. I deserve it too. All we do is hotels, and it's sad. It's not fair to me." He responded, "Let's be friends because I can't take this part for real. I'm done with you comparing yourself to someone else. I treat you good, and if you don't feel, so let's just be friends. I'm tired of these long texts telling me what I'm doing wrong." After this message, Diddy continued to call and text her, but she ignored him. Jane testified that she didn't care that Diddy was with other women, but she said she wanted more time with him. She said, "It was what they were doing that made me jealous. I wanted that time with him. That's what I wanted from him." Jane said that she recalls setting up hotel nights as a surprise for Diddy on 2 special occasions, like Valentine's Day. When asked why she set up hotel nights for Diddy, even though she didn't want to, Jane said, "I loved him very deeply." She said that after a fight, Diddy said all of the right things. She said, "He would say all the things I wanted to hear. He would say that it's not what I'm thinking. He would just downplay whatever I was freaking out about and said that he loved me and he missed me and wanted to see me." They went on another trip to Turks and Caicos. Jane wanted to spend alone time with Diddy, but it turned into a hotel night again. Diddy paid for Jane to get veneers, as he didn't like her teeth. When she complained to him that she wanted to see him alone outside a hotel room, he responded, Well, get over it, please. Look at the roof over your head and that pretty smile. I don't want to do anything if that's still an issue. After Jane heard about Cassie's lawsuit in November 2023, she read through it. She testified, "I almost fainted. In fact, I think I did. I just reacted like, I can't believe I'm reading my own story." She communicated with Diddy asking him about the lawsuit. The jury heard a conversation between them. Diddy said, "I need you to be there for me." Jane didn't see Diddy in person for about 3 months after the lawsuit, but they still communicated. In December, Diddy asked Jane if she was seeing anyone, and then later asked if she wanted to see him in the new year, and asked about his Christmas present. Jane responded to him saying she was only going to provide for her child for the holidays that year, because she had an unproductive couple of years. At some point, they got on a FaceTime call. Jane testified that Diddy told her on the phone repeatedly to charge him an amount that would help her move on. After that call, Jane sent Diddy a text outlining terms in which Diddy would pay her hundreds of thousands of dollars for what she felt would compensate her for the 3 years of their relationship. In response, Diddy told her she was an opportunist, a liar, and a con artist. She also testified that Diddy threatened to show her tapes to the father of her son. Jane then contacted Christina Coram, and she promised to hide the phones the tapes were on. She and Diddy contacted each other again in February. Jane said that she missed him dearly. Diddy said that he would love to spend her birthday with her. She texted him, "I'm a little traumatized from my past birthdays and what they ultimately led to at the end of the night." But she eventually agreed, and a previous man joined them. Jane said, "At this point, I'm just so used to this being the outcome of whatever we're doing that I just accept it." After her birthday, they reconciled. A month later, Diddy said they should go their separate ways peacefully, and that she should sign something for him for closure. Jane agreed. She asked him for 3 months before taking on the rental payments. Jane and Diddy didn't immediately discuss what was shown in the Intercontinental Hotel surveillance video that showed Diddy assaulting Cassie in 2016, but they had a conversation about it a month or 2 later. Jane testified, "He said that that was the only time they had physical violence like that." Diddy also told her that Cassie was a hitter and that she would hit. During a date night in Jane's home, she questioned him about a family trip, as she thinks he went away with another woman. They got into an argument. At one point, Diddy bent over to tie his shoe, and she pushed his head into a marble counter. She didn't see any marks or injuries on his head later. Jane said that she started throwing candles around the house and repeatedly saying that she hated him. She said a lot of candle wax went onto Diddy's clothing, but she didn't see any glass hit him directly. She said, "I think he was probably cursing and calling me crazy." She tried to lock herself in the master bedroom, but he kicked off the hinges and she ran to the master closet. He kicked open that door too, and when she ran to the front door, he caught her. Jane testified, "Sean kicked me in the back of my thigh and I fell down. Then he picked me up in a chokehold and choked me." She was able to escape and hid by a wall outside until he left. But he didn't leave. When he caught her again, she punched him, but then he punched her in the head twice. She said, "He grabs me by my arm and my hair and starts dragging me back to the house." She phoned the girl she thought he went on the trip with, but she insulted Jane. Diddy then asked her to cover her injuries with makeup as he invited a man over, as, "We're not going to end the night like this." Diddy paid the man and for the damages to the home, including 4 doors. Jane saw Diddy a few days later. She said, "I just missed him so bad." They then sort of broke up and Diddy went on a holiday with another woman. Jane was furious and messaged him. They completely broke up. She only contacted him again when his mom was hospitalized. Then they met up again for hotel nights. The last time she saw him was in August 2024. She was planning to visit him, but then he got arrested. Diddy is paying her lawyer bills and is still paying her rent. She confirmed that she has not filed any lawsuits against Diddy and doesn't plan to. When the attorney asked Jane how she feels about Diddy today, she responded, "I just pray for his continued healing. I pray for peace for him." Jane testified, "I resent him for leading me to the lifestyle he led me to." She said that she didn't understand the terms and conditions of what our relationship would be like, but she also said she still loves him. Jane also testified that Diddy helped her to be less shy and more confident. She said, "He would uplift me." Jane also confirmed that Diddy supported her dress and swimwear fashion lines by investing about $20,000 in her dress line. She testified that she profited a little bit off the business, and Diddy never asked her for a portion of the proceeds. The defense team, during cross-examination, suggested that Jane knew that Diddy was a substance addict, and she had the following to say. "In the beginning, I didn't really know how to label it. I encountered somebody that was overdoing the partying. As our relationship continued, I noticed a very strong pattern, and I still didn't really even label it as a substance addict. I think now I would say that, but then I just would say that he was a really big party guy." Jane confirmed that Diddy acted more loving towards her and spent more quality time with her after Cassie's lawsuit was filed. She confirmed that she felt closer to him, and her love grew stronger. Jane said that she wished she could forget every single hotel night. There was a second request for a mistrial. The defense accused the prosecutors of presenting false testimony from witness Brianna Bongolan, but the judge denied it.